Hey guys, Mr. Wickwar here, talking to you a little bit about our final step of the biz, um, Canva Project 3. Basically, today we're going to do what is called the wrap. Now, I was using a program called Pixlr, but for some reason today it shut down. So I moved to a program called Photopea, PHOTOPEA.com. As soon as you get here, the first thing you'll notice is it looks a lot like Photoshop. Okay, you guys don't have a lot of experience with Photoshop, but if you check things out right here, we have the toolbar. Up here, we have the properties panel. Over here, we have the history panel. And most importantly, in Photoshop or any editing program like this that deals with multiple layers, is the layers panel. Okay. Now, to start with, we are going to open a project from the computer. I've supplied an image of your food truck wrap that is in the Google Classroom. If you have a Chromebook, when you do what I just did and click File Open, it will ask you to open it from your Google Drive. So this should be in your Google Drive once you click on the assignment and go ahead and open it. Once open, just a couple of things. To zoom out, you control minus. To zoom in, you control plus. The first thing you will want to do is make a copy of the background layer, because the background layer you want to keep safe. So to do that, I'm just going to drag it down to this little new layer button right here and let go. This is the new layer button. Okay, notice that it made a copy of the background. Now I'm going to select the background copy. I don't want to be working on this one. In fact, you could lock it. Ka-chunk. Now it won't change. That way you always have a safe copy down there that you can make an extra copy from if you do not like what you did in this little picture here. Also, it will not let you paint or draw or add anything to the background, so a background copy is useful. Now all we're going to do is we are going to import some of our other images. First, I'm going to open my logo. Then I'm going to open my menu. These should be in your Google Drive. Okay, and notice that they each create different tabs. See the different tabs we have now? That's great. So now I'm going to go back to my food truck, and I want to match this color here to match my logo. So I'm going to use what is known as the dropper tool. It is right here. Once I click the dropper tool, I'm just going to come over here with my mouse and click on it, and notice that it matches the color right there. Now I'm actually going to go back to my template, make sure I'm on the background copy, and I'm going to start painting this little truck using the paint bucket, which, by the way, anytime you see a tool with a little triangle in the bottom right, that means there's a tool behind it. So I'm going to hold down this mouse. Usually it's the gradient tool, but I selected the paint bucket. Once the paint bucket's selected, make sure you have your color selected and come up here and begin painting your truck. It's this easy. Just kind of click around. Again, if you need to zoom in, remember that's Control plus. Okay, I'm going to leave a little bit of this yellow accent because I kind of like it. Then we're ready to put our logo on. I'm going to go back. I'm going to find our logo. Notice that it will not allow you to initially, it doesn't really like you to move the background, and I like to always make a copy. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to make a copy of the background, drag it to the new layer button. Notice that I have two layers now. Okay, and then let me go ahead and turn this off and back on. And then I can kind of move this. Notice there's another copy behind it. I'm just going to drag it up to my template, drag it back down, and look what it did. It's now on the next thumbnail. I'm just going to let go. Notice that it has these grab bars where I can resize it a little bit. If I want to get a better picture of that, I can zoom in on that portion. And then let's just go move it into place. To set it, click the arrow or a different tool, and it's where you need it to be. Now let's go grab the menu. I go grab the menu, make a copy of the background, drag it to the new layer button, let you move this, make sure you have your move tool, move this around a little, drag it up, drag it back down, and let go. Resize it. Put it into place. Okay, now I'm going to zoom back out. You can kind of see how this is put together. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and do everything for time purposes, but you kind of get the idea. And after that, you're going to go File, Export as a JPEG. Once you export it as a JPEG, it will save into your folder. Just click Save, and that is all there is to it. Good luck.